Hi, George here, and today I wanted to show you some useful assets you can add onto your timeline inside of Premiere Elements, such things as adjustment layers and bars and tone. If you want to learn everything about Premiere Elements, the best way to do that is with my complete video course. I cover the whole program, and I'll put a link for that at the top of the description. As you continue to work on and build your video project, there are a few more things you may have a use for, and you'll find those over here in the project assets. That's that little file box thing right here. Go next to the name of your project, right-click right in there, and you get a pop-up window. Notice if we copied something, we can then paste it in here. We also have Import, Reveal Project in Explorer. This will show you where the project is actually saved on your computer, but most importantly, right here we have New Item. And in here we have several things: adjustment layer, bars and tone, black video, color matte, and a universal counting leader. Let's look at our adjustment layer first. Click on that. Here's the adjustment layer down here. We now can use that. Let's say I wanted to put an effect on this clip, but I didn't want to hurt this actual clip. You can put effects onto adjustment layers, and that gives you more control over that effect. Over here, I'll drop it in right above that. So here's an adjustment layer that's above this video clip layer. I'll go over here to the effects button. Let's come in here and I'll do a posterize thing. I'll put the posterize on that adjustment layer. Let's adjust our level on the posterization. And I'll show that layer right here. There's that posterization effect right there. And notice how the effect here is on that adjustment layer and not on the actual video layer or video clip. That way it separates those out, making it a bit better for your control on this. We, of course, can move this around if you want to. You can stretch it out, make it longer or shorter. It's up to you. So you have those different abilities. But this allows you to do a lot more with your effects and be more creative with your effects, having the effect on an adjustment layer. To get rid of that, just click it and hit the delete key. It then removes that adjustment layer. Okay, back up here, right-click, new item, bars and tone. This is occasionally required. If you're possibly sending your video off to a professional editing house, they may want to have bars and tone in front of the video, which they can then compare. These are standard color bars and a standard audio tone. Let's go ahead, we'll do that one. New item, bars and tone. There's your bars and tone, and that's what it looks like. I'm sure you've seen this elsewhere. It's standard bars and standard tone on that. I'll do Control-Z to undo that step. Right-click, new item, black video. Sometimes they may want to have a certain amount of absolute black before the video starts. That's occasionally useful in more advanced editing machines. It allows them to find the actual beginning because they can look for the frame right where the black stops. It also allows them to adjust their settings to show an actual absolute black so that the rest of the video is corrected for absolute black. So again, it's a useful little thing sometimes depending upon if you're working with a professional editing house. Control-Z to back out of that one. Right-click, new item, and a color matte. Let's just do a bright red matte in here and OK. Call it color matte. There we go. Same idea. It just gives you a solid color instead of a solid black. So you could do a solid white, or you could do any solid color in there, again, depending upon your needs. Control-Z back out of that one. And right-click, new item. There's also a universal counting leader. You've again seen these things. Cube blip on to, cube blip on out. You can change the colors if you want to. Choose OK. Here's the universal leader. I'll hit the play button. And you've seen this kind of thing before. It's your standard film countdown going into your video. Again, sometimes this is required. Depends upon an editing house. If you're using an editing house, they may require that. Or you may want to just include this as a special effect, as a bit of special video inside of your project. You can do that as well. So it doesn't have to be used just in its normal way. It can be used in a more creative way if you feel like doing it that way. Okay, Control-Z to back out of that.